All right, so in this lesson, we're going to start to talk about something very, very important, and that is called order of operations. Order of operations is something that you're going to use every week in this class this year in some way. So it's very important that you understand it, and it's very important that you follow it. Order of operations is not difficult. It is simply a set of rules that you need to follow. And as long as you follow those rules, you'll get your answer correct every single time. The hard part about order of operations, if there is a hard part though, is that you do need to practice. And so I have a lot of practice problems in this presentation and in class. If you feel like I'm going too slow for you, you can fast forward through them and try them on your own. Otherwise, I'm going to work out every single problem by voice. So for your goal is I can evaluate expressions by performing order of operations. So what is order of operations? Well, not to be funny, but the order of operations is the order in which the operations should be completed. When I say operations, what I mean is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, parentheses, and then exponents, which we just talked about in the other lesson. So what are the order of operations? Well, step one is you're going to locate the parentheses. Not all problems will have parentheses. If they do have parentheses, though, you need to go inside the parentheses and solve everything in there. Then rewrite the problem. Step two, you're going to find any exponents and solve them. Okay? Once you solve those exponents, again, rewrite the problem. Now, step 3 and step 4 can be a little confusing, so I want to make sure I say it very clearly. You're going to find any multiplication or division in the problem, but you have to solve it from left to right. So if there's division first, you solve the division first. If there's multiplication first, you solve the multiplication first, but you have to do it in that order. Then, step 4 is you're going to start to tackle your addition and subtraction. Again, from left to right. If subtraction comes first, do that first. If addition comes first, do that first. There's a cool picture that you can sometimes think of in your head when you're solving order of operations, and that is this triangle. You're going to start with parentheses, move down to exponents, multiplication, division from left to right, addition, subtraction from left to right. Now you'll notice these letters here, and you're going to hear me refer to those letters a lot. And those letters spell out PEMDAS. And there's a couple different acronyms that you can make up, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, and other, funny rhymes that you can make up in order to remember it. But somehow you need to just go ahead and remember PEMDAS. You're going to see me write PEMDAS at the top of every problem, and I'm going to cross out the steps as I go. So here's the first problem that we have, and at the top, I'm going to write PEMDAS. Now, P parentheses, do I have any? No, that's done. E exponents, do I have any? Well, I do. What is 3 to the second power? Well, what is 3 times 3? 9, and I need to rewrite the rest of the problem. So I'm done with that. Multiplication and division, remember we do it together from left to right. Do I have any multiplication and division? Yes. I'm going to start on the left. What's 20 divided by 5? 4. Rewrite the problem. Do I have any multiplication or division left? Yes, I have multiplication. 4 times 9 is 36. So I don't even have to worry about addition and subtraction. So your answer to this problem is going to be 36. Okay, let's take a look at this problem over here. Again, at the top, I'm going to write PEMDAS so that I make sure I follow my steps. First thing I'm going to locate are my parentheses. I do have parentheses here. You'll notice, though, I have two things going on inside my parentheses. I have an exponent and I have multiplication. What do I do first? Well, once you're inside your parentheses, you start order of operations all over again. So what comes first? Exponents. So over here, I have 3 to the second power. 3 to the second power is 9, and I'm going to rewrite the problem. All right, I still have parentheses to take care of though. What is 9 times 2? 18. Rewrite the problem. So I'm done with parentheses. Do I have any exponents? No. Do I have multiplication and division? No. Do I have addition, subtraction? Yes, I just have subtraction. 36 minus 18 is going to be 18. Okay. All right, let's do the next one here. So again, at the top, I'm going to write PEMDAS so I can keep myself accountable for following the steps. First thing I'm going to do is find my parentheses. I do have parentheses right here. I need to solve what is inside of them. 12 minus 4 is going to be 8, and I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. Okay? Now, E for exponents. I do not have any exponents. Cross it out. Multiplication, division in order from left to right. I do have it. I have division here, multiplication here, but I need to start on the left. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Rewrite the rest of the problem. And I still have multiplication. 6 times 8 is going to be 48. And I don't have any addition or subtraction. I want to take a moment, though, to point something out to you. You know you're doing order of operations correctly in a couple different ways. One, if you're following the steps. But from a visual standpoint, you should be creating a cone with each step that you complete. So in other words, every time you complete a step, your problem should get shorter, shorter, shorter until you get to the answer. So that's a good way to organize your work. All right, here at the top, I'm going to go ahead and write PEMDAS so I can hold myself accountable. I have no parentheses. I have no exponents. Do I have multiplication and division? I do. I have multiplication right here. So what is 6 times 4? 24. I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. Do I have any more multiplication or division? I do not, so those are done. Now addition and subtraction. Remember, addition and subtraction is also done from left to right. So I have addition over here, but I have subtraction over here, and I need to start on the left. 40 minus 24 is 16. Rewrite the rest of the problem. I still have addition and subtraction here. I have addition. 16 plus 3 is going to be 19. And that's my answer. All right, next problem got a little bit bigger, but don't get too stressed out. Write PEMDAS at the top so you can hold yourself accountable. First thing I need to tackle are my parentheses. I have them over here. 18 divided by 9, that's going to be 2. But I have a little exponent attached to it, so I'm going to keep the parentheses there. And I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. All right, now, do I have any exponents? Yes, I do, right over here. What is 2 to the second power? It is 4, and I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. Okay, now, multiplication and division in order from left to right. I have addition, division, multiplication. I need to start on the left, and so here it is over here. 8 divided by 2 is going to be 4. And I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. Now, do I have any more multiplication division? I do. I have multiplication right here. So 4 times 3 is 12, and I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. And I am done with multiplication and division. Now, the only thing I have left is addition. 4 times 12 is going to be 16. And that's the answer to my problem. All right, we have another problem here, and again, I'm going to write PEMDAS at the top. I do want to remind you, if you feel confident and you want to go ahead and go on your own, that's fine, but I am going to work out every problem step by step because it's very important. All right, so first I start with my parentheses. I do have parentheses right here. 10 minus 5 is 5, and I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. All right, Next, I have exponents. I do have exponents right here. 4 to the second power is 4 times 4, which is 16. And I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. Now, I have multiplication in order from left and division in order from left to right. I actually only have multiplication right here, so I'm going to go ahead and solve that. 12 times 2 is 24, and I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. Now, addition and subtraction in order from left to right, so I'm going to start over here. 16 plus 24 is going to be 40. Rewrite the rest of the problem. 40 minus 5 is 35. And that is my answer. All right. Next one, I'm going to go ahead and write my PEMDAS at the top to hold myself accountable. It's a very good habit to get into. All right, parentheses, I do not have any. Cross that out. E for exponents, I do. I have an exponent right here. 3 to the second power is 9, and I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. All right, took care of my exponent. Multiplication and division in order from left to right. I have multiplication, I have division, I need to start on the left. 10 times 3 is 30. Rewrite the rest of the problem. I still have division here. 30 divided by 2 is 15. Rewrite the rest of the problem. Now I'm done with multiplication and division. I have addition and subtraction left, but I only have subtraction left, so 15 minus 9 is going to be 6. All right, here's our next problem. I'm going to write my PEMDAS at the top to hold myself accountable. All right, so parentheses first. I do have parentheses right here. 4 times 2 is 8. I'm going to, oops, I changed colors. May keep with red. I'm going to keep it in parentheses. You don't have to, only because I don't want that exponent to get lost right there that's attached to it. All right. Now I do my exponent. I have one right here. 8 to the second power means 8 times 8, which is 64, and I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. Multiplication and division in order from left to right. I actually have no multiplication and division, so that's checked off. Addition and subtraction in order from left to right. So I have addition and I have subtraction. I always start on the left. So 64 plus 8, that's going to be 72. Rewrite the rest of the problem. And then 72 minus 16, that's going to be, let's see, 62 and then 56. I believe that sounds correct. Just like that. And we finished it off. All right, here's another one. I'm going to write PEMDAS at the top to hold myself accountable. All right, P parentheses first. I have parentheses right here. 1 plus 4, it's going to be 5, and I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. I have E for exponents. I do not see any exponents. Multiplication and division in order from left to right. I have multiplication and subtraction. No division, but I still need to start on the left. 6 times 5 is 30. Rewrite the rest of the problem. I still have multiplication. 30 times 5 is 150. Rewrite the rest of the problem. I finished my multiplication and division. Now I need to do addition and subtraction, but I only have subtraction left, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish it off. 148 is my answer. All right, I'm going to go ahead and write PEMDAS at the top to hold myself accountable. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with my parentheses. Over here where I have 14 divided by 2, that's going to be 7. And I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. Cross out my P. I have an exponent over here. 2 to the third power, that's 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. Rewrite the rest of the problem. cross out my E. Multiplication and division in order from left to right. I have addition, addition, multiplication. So I have to just start right here. 6 times 8 is 48. Rewrite the rest of the problem. So cross out multiplication, division. And then I have addition and subtraction in order from left to right, but I don't have any subtraction, I just have addition. So I have 8 plus 7 is 15. And then 15 plus 48 is going to be 63. Cross out my addition, subtraction. All right, that is it for order of operations. We have lots to practice in class, but be sure to ask me any questions that you have. Remember, write PEMDAS at the top to hold yourself accountable for the steps.